Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, streamed live from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. In the main event, CM Punk defeated Seth Rollins, pinning him after successive GTSs. In the first match of the night, Roman Reigns defeated Solo Sikoa in a tribal rules match to reclaim his spot as the undisputed tribal chief and take back his ceremonial Ulafala necklace. The match included outside interference from the Bloodline, WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn. After the match, the Ulafala was officially presented to Reigns by The Rock, who congratulated him in the ring. The match also marked Reigns' first singles match since WrestleMania, his first Raw match since July 2022, and his first Raw singles match since August of 2019. Last night's show was opened by Chief Content Officer Paul Levesque.
17,000 plus sold out Los Angeles. Let me hear you! In this moment, and this is the moment, all of you are being seen and heard by the entire globe.
Following Levesque, The Rock made his first WWE appearance since October, delivering an in-ring promo in which he announced the start of Raw's Netflix era and also praised WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. John Cena made an appearance on the show, delivering an in-ring promo in which he declared he would be entering the 2025 Royal Rumble in an attempt to go on to win his record-setting 17th world title. Hulk Hogan also made a live appearance to promote his Real American Beer and its new promotional tie-in with WWE, but was loudly booed by the California crowd. Also on the show, Rhea Ripley regained the World Women's Championship from Liv Morgan.
Rhea's not done yet! A second riptide! Third of the match! Cover! Rhea Ripley wins the Women's World title!
Afterward, she laid out Dominic Mysterio with a riptide and was later joined by The Undertaker, who came out on a motorcycle. In other results, Jey Uso pinned Drew McIntyre, and the show also included a promotional graphic that appeared to confirm that Penta El Zero Miedo would soon be debuting in WWE. Due to streaming, last night's episode was the first time that Monday Night Raw has aired live globally. It also marks the first weekly live streaming show that Netflix has ever carried. In All Elite Wrestling and New Japan news, New Japan commentator Chris Charlton has been suspended due to derogatory remarks he made about AEW and Tony Khan during the Wrestle Dynasty pay-per-view, which featured a significant AEW presence. Among his remarks included describing Tony Khan as a money mark and criticizing AEW's acquisition of former New Japan talent such as Kazuchika Okada, Jay White, and Will Ospreay, and how they've been used in the company. Although the suspension was initially described as being for an indefinite period, Fightful Select has reported it to be for 2 months. New Japan has stated that the suspension is not directly influenced by Khan and AEW, which have a working relationship with New Japan, but it's been reported that they were not pleased with the remarks. In ratings news, the first 3-hour SmackDown drew a viewership of 1.528 million to USA Network last Friday, according to Programming Insider. That's slightly down from the previous week's SmackDown audience of 1.568 million. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a .45, which held steady with the demo rating from the week before. And finally, in TNA Wrestling news, the company has re-signed 3 of its performers according to an announcement released yesterday. Reigning Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich, as well as Ash by Elegance and John Skyler, have reportedly all re-signed. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.